Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got a couple of nice Seikos here. Ooh, the all stainless collection. You've got in the foreground a Seiko stainless MM200 SBDC 125. 42 millimeter bezel. Look at that bad boy. Look at the bezel. Now look at your lugs, about 48.5, almost 49. Amazing wrist presence on that bad boy. One of you wanted to see a side-by-side with the dial with the Tuna. And the Tuna doesn't have the lugs, but as you can see, the Tuna has a huge, chunky Tuna can case going on over there. And you can see that thick Tuna case here. This is pretty thick too, about almost 13 millimeters. And as you look at these two very nice Seiko divers, what's the theme? Let's go for a theme here. The theme is perfection. And when you think about perfection, when you're spending money on a watch that could cost $850, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300, when you're thinking about perfection, you're thinking about expectations. In life, you have certain expectations based on how much you're putting into it. And we might as well put the Willard in here for that matter. These are three very favorite Seiko divers of mine, and none of them are perfect, but none of them dash my expectations. They don't dash them to the point that that I would want to get rid of any of them. And so really, sometimes in life, if you're a watch hobbyist, if you're a watch enthusiast, you're looking at managing your expectations. How perfect does a watch have to be? And these are all pretty similar in size. I mean, the Tuna is 45, but I mean, this is probably my most perfect of all my watches, the SBDC 125. I have a thing for the monochrome action. You can see the dial there. Now, I had the MM300, sold it. The MM300 looks so good when you see it on videos and images. I had it in my hand, and the proportions were such that the dial looks small. It looks small compared to everything else in it. It didn't work for me. And somehow this SBDC 125, which has a lot of similar DNA to the MM300, this one, the proportion seems to work for me, and I have a hard time taking it off my wrist. Now, I sold a couple of watches recently, and I'm down to 7, and I am tempted to get the blue dial version of this. I don't know, I'm on the fence, because I'm really enjoying having a small collection, so you can get a sense of that all stainless look. Now, this is not a perfect watch, because even though the lume is good, it's not Tuna lume. If my SBDC 125 had the lume on the Tuna, I would be doing jumping jacks. I wouldn't even be doing a watch video. You'd just see me doing Jack LaLanne jumping jacks, going, hey, I found the ultimate watch. I would be so head over heels, but hey, Seiko wouldn't do that for me. They gave me a stainless steel bezel with a 125. They gave me a lot of stuff that I needed. But, well, let's look at this Tuna. This is not a perfect watch. Number one, I had to put it on a hexad bracelet. Doesn't have sapphire, but people tell me this domed hardlex is not to be trifled with. Do not trifle with that domed hardlex, McMahon. I'll tell you what, McMahon, that domed hardlex really gives it character. Gives it real wrist presence, McMahon. And they talk like Foghorn Leghorn when they talk to me, don't they? And so they tell me, don't get all $1,500 on a flat sapphire Tuna on me. So this is not a perfect watch. It's hardlex. It's quartz. And I mean, come on. We love our quartz watches, but let's be honest. In the real world, you wear your mechanical watches 90% of the time, don't you? If you're going to be honest. And there's no way I'm getting rid of this. It's one of the most gorgeous watches I've ever owned. I can't believe, I think they don't even make this anymore. They better come up with a new version with sapphire. And I'm sure they'll charge $1,500, and I'll look in my bank account and I'll go, can I do this? Can I justify this? Can I do this? Yeah, right. We'll see how that goes. Gosh, Seiko. I resent you. You're like an abusive relationship. Look at that. That is just unbelievable. I mean, it's not a perfect watch, but my expectations are well managed. I don't have any imperfections. Now, the Willard. The Willard is not a perfect watch. First of all, I had to take the bracelet off. I wasn't pleased with the build quality of the bracelet, even though I like the style of the bracelet. Second of all, seriously? You put an aluminum bezel on this? At this price point? What are these, like $1,300 bucks? $1,200 bucks? I'm insulted. Then, the loom is not, what I need it to be. It needs to be more Tuna-esque. So this is not perfect, but I got to tell you guys something. At the end of the day, I love wearing the Willard. Oh, come on, man. I love wearing the Willard. And I currently only have 2 mechanicals. And I mean, I won't lie to you, if I only had these 2, I'm spoiled. These 2 watches right here alone, these 2 watches right here alone are an embarrassment of riches. I'm not kidding you. These are an embarrassment of riches right here. I don't care what you say. I would wear this on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I would wear the SBDC 2.5 on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Sunday, I just flip a coin. Who knows what's going to happen, man? My life. I mean, I'm really living on the edge, man. Flipping coins, man. I mean, as much as I love the Tuna, it would be an embarrassment of riches just to have those 2. So I hope you can get a sense of the size differentials of these 3. They're all wonderful to wear. They all have wonderful wrist presence. I mean, that's an embarrassment of riches. I'm embarrassed that I have watches this beautiful. I don't even have anywhere to go with them. I got nothing. But I wanted you to see them side by side. One of you said you wanted to see these next to each other, so I said, okay, I'll do that, but what's my angle? And the angle is managing expectations. And I'm in a point in my life where I'm trying to manage my expectations. There's this professor named Cal Newport. He's dedicated his life to helping us get off the internet and social media and focusing on doing really good work. And he has a book called Deep Work. Deep work, man. Reach your potential by doing deep work. You know what? I'm going to write a book called Deep Eating. I've been really into eating lately. I think I'm going to have my own manifesto. All right, man. Hungry all the time. Ooh, man. I'm embarrassed to even do this. I don't even deserve to have watches this gorgeous. I think I should just sell them. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm out.